Hey gang, welcome back to Ask the Doctor once again. The episodes where you submit your questions to us and we do our very best to get you answers. Okay, so our question today comes from Javier. And Javier says, once my neuropathy is healed, will it come back? I gotta tell you, Dr. C and I love this question because it tells us you've already assumed that you can and you will recover from neuropathy. And that's the first step to any recovery. Now, the answer to this question is, well, it depends. So let me clarify. First, it'll depend on whether the cause of your neuropathy has been identified and addressed. When I'm working with patients, the first thing I do is identify the underlying cause of the neuropathy, and then I lay out a game plan to mitigate the cause. Next, Dr. C and I will focus on repairing the nerves. So let me give you one example. Let's say, for instance, you're diabetic and you don't monitor or control your blood sugar. Well, eventually, your neuropathy will come back because the nerves will sustain ongoing damage from the chronic elevated levels of blood sugar. So as long as the cause is identified and it's dealt with, in the example I just gave you, that would mean that you would begin switching to a ketogenic diet and you would make sure that you're monitoring your glucose levels. Then once you've recovered from your neuropathy, it will be less likely to come back. Now, here's where it can get just a little bit tricky. You may have been told by your doctor that your neuropathy is idiopathic or of unknown cause. So now you're probably thinking, well, I'm screwed. Well, this isn't the case. Most docs can't identify the cause of neuropathy because outside of diabetes, chemotherapy, or a hereditary condition, they have no clue of all the different factors that can cause neuropathy. So they give it a quick and easy label called idiopathic peripheral neuropathy. We call this the lazy doctor's diagnosis. Here's the reality. When you work with a doctor who is experienced in reversing peripheral neuropathy, 9.9 times out of 10, they'll be able to pinpoint the cause. I can't tell you how many times Dr. C and I have worked with patients who have been to 4 or 5 different neurologists who are unable to determine the cause. Then within 10 minutes of coming to us and of us going through their extensive medical history, we were able to identify the cause or the causes, if there were multiple ones, of their peripheral neuropathy. Now, there is one more factor that could cause your neuropathy to come back even after the cause has been isolated and dealt with. And that factor is your lifestyle or your habits. For instance, if your diet is a complete train wreck, tons of processed food, sugar, gluten, etc., there's a strong likelihood your neuropathy may return in a few years. Not overnight, but in a few years it's possible. Or if you drink alcohol, even 1 to 2 glasses daily or several times per week, there's a high risk that your neuropathy will return. Now, I want you to understand, once you've recovered from your peripheral neuropathy, it doesn't mean you can't ever drink alcohol again, or you can't ever eat your favorite snacks or desserts. But it does mean it must be done in moderation. We tell our patients, eat healthy 5 days a week, and that includes no alcohol. And then 2 days out of the week, eat or drink what you like. Remember, this principle is only after you've recovered. All right, thanks so much, Javier, for this great thought-provoking question.